What's going on, guys? You have just entered the crypto sphere, and in this video I'm going to show you a few of the ultimate indicators that will either make your bank account grow, and if you don't have them, it will make you go to zero. Now in this video I'm only going to go over the basics so that you can understand, but in the tutorial package class that I will be preparing for you guys, I will be going in depth on everything so that you guys could trade like a boss. Okay? So let's get started. I just got a new mic so you guys can hear me better. I know a few people are complaining that the audio wasn't so good. So let me know how this is, okay? So let's get started. Now on the MACD, which is this bottom, the very bottom indicator of this chart here, you can see the gold line is the bull and the red is the bear. So I'd like to put it in terms so you kind of understand. Okay, so the bull and the bear are at an eternal war of good versus evil. It's a never-ending war. Okay, so when the bull, which is the gold line, is over the bear, it shows that the price will increase. It shows direction to the short to medium general trend direction. Okay, now when the bear is above the bull, which is the red line, that means the bear has just taken control of the ship and it's going to drive it straight off the cliff. Okay, now the whole trick here is the MACD is a momentum indicator, right? The MACD stands for moving average convergence divergence, otherwise known as the MACD. It is a momentum indicator which tells the general direction from the short to medium term. Now, when the bull goes under the bear, which such as right here, you see my cursor, that means you might want to get out, okay? But you also look at your other indicators. You never go off one indicator. So when the whole trick is when it crosses over, that means a reversal, okay? And then you check with your under indicators to confirm it. But when the lines cross, that shows a reversal is about to happen. So when the bull crosses underneath the bear, you might want to sell. Okay, so the bear takes over and the price goes down, and you follow it down till right here at the very bottom, and you see the bull now just crossed over the bear. It's another reversal, right? Let me show you guys. So again, right here you see the bull went underneath the bear took control and the price went down, right? And now we see the bull took back control of the ship and is over the bear, and the price is going to increase. Okay, now another thing you want to look at on the MACD is the histogram, which are the white bars. When you see the histogram go from the top to the bottom, that shows a crossover. That's another sell signal, right? When it's on the top and it crosses to the bottom, right? And then when it's on the bottom and it crosses the top, like right here, that's another buy signal that it's going to go up. So that's all I'm going to cover for the MACD right now. Now let's go over to RSI. RSI means Relative Strength Index. Okay, so the general idea with RSI, which is the middle indicator. Let me get rid of this MACD now that we covered that. Now we got the RSI in the bottom here. When the price is over the top, see this big white band? I want you to think of it as a rubber band, okay? When the price is inside of the band and it's on the top half of the band, I separated it with this white line. When it's on the top half of the band, it's bullish. When it's on the bottom half of the rubber band, it's bearish. Now when it goes outside of the rubber band above it, that means it's overbought. If it goes too high, it's going to die. And if it goes underneath the rubber band, right underneath it, that means it's oversold. If it goes too low, it's going to blow. So use this along with your other indicators to look for reversals, buy and sell signals, okay? So as we can see, right here when it was oversold, you can also see on the chart that it was oversold right here, right? And it showed you a reversal to buy. We're contrarians. We are master traders. I'm trying to teach you how to be a master trader. Remember, we are contrarians. We observe the masses and we do the opposite. When all these people are listening to all the FUD, they're all selling, and here I am trying to teach you to be a contrarian like me, getting ready to buy. Remember, the transfer of wealth in this market is from impatient people to patient people. So, back to the RSI. When it's outside the band above it, that means it's overbought. You might want to jump ship. When it's outside the band underneath it, it means it's oversold. It might be a good time to buy, okay? Helps look for reversals. Now, another thing you could do with the RSI is look for bullish patterns. Like if you see a bullish trend line, something like this, right? It might continue to go up into the bullish zone and keep going, right? So that just about covers it for RSI. Like I said, I am putting together a few classes that I will be offering for you guys, so you guys could learn how to trade like a boss. Remember, you don't want to have weak hands, okay? You don't want to be a weak fish. You want to be a strong fish. You want to swim upstream. You want to be a contrarian. You want to trade like a boss, okay? Don't be a sheep. Okay, so let's get rid of the RSI. Now, I'm just going to check something real quick. Give me 10 seconds. Okay, so next thing we're going to go over, okay, is the volume. There's a lot more that I'm going to teach you in the classes about volume, but right now we're just going to go over one thing about volume. Okay, so the volume is these candles at the bottom here. You see it at the bottom? This orange line is the daily average volume. Now, whenever you have a abnormally long candle, whether it's green or red, I mean, I use gold for green all the time. I like it better. But whenever you have an abnormally long volume candle, it usually sets the trend, okay? If you have a long red volume candle that's super long, it usually means the bears just took over. If you have an abnormally long golden candle, that means the bulls just took over, okay? Of course, like I say, always use it with your other indicators. Now, that's all I'm going to cover for volume right now. There's a lot more to it, but I will teach you guys that in the classes. So let's get rid of the volume. Now, let's do the Bollinger Bands, right? If you guys could see this white, looks like smoke, like a cloud that's covering the price line, right? That is the Bollinger Bands. Now, Bollinger Bands, basically, I'm going to go over two things real quick. See the top half of the top white line of the Bollinger Band? If the price hits that, that means it should go down, and vice versa. If the price hits the bottom of the Bollinger Band, like right here, if you look at this green circle, if the price hits the bottom of the Bollinger Band, it has to come back up. Basically, it shows the Bollinger Bands, it shows the price should stay inside of the Bollinger Bands, okay? So if it hits the bottom end of the Bollinger Bands, it should go up. If it hits the top end of the Bollinger Bands, it should go down. Now, another thing, when the Bollinger Bands contract, it means an explosive move is coming. It could go down or up. So when it contracts, an explosive move is coming. When the bands are far apart, that means the farther they get apart, it means the trend should be ending. Whether it's a bullish trend or bearish trend, If it goes on for a while and the bands get farther apart and then they begin to contract, it means the trend is ending. Okay? So that's, like I said, you're going to get a whole dose of all sorts of stuff in the classes I will be teaching you. And I'll be putting you up for a bargain. Okay? Knowledge isn't free. Okay? But I am going to make you guys a master trader. I am throwing out some freebies this month. Okay, so let's get rid of the Bollinger Bands. Now, one of my favorite indicators is the exponential moving averages. Okay? So, now the theory behind this, okay, see this green, yellow, orange, and red line. The green line is a 8-day moving average. The yellow line is a 13-day moving average. The orange line is a 21-day moving average, and the red line is a 55-day moving average. Now, when the green line is above the red line, it's a bullish trend. When the red line is above the green line, it's a bearish trend. And you can kind of see when they cross over that the trend is changing in it, so will the price. So let's look at the beginning. Let's look at right here, right? Hold on. Right here, you see the green line goes above the red line. You see the bulls are back and the price increases. Now, the farther apart they are, it mainly means the safer that the trend will stay. If the moving averages are farther apart, the trend should continue to go that way. Now, when they start to get closer, like this, it means the trend could end. They're starting to converge. But in this case, it doesn't. It gets real tight, and then the green line is above the red again, and you can see where they kind of contract and expand again. But overall, the moving averages are pretty far apart, so it shows that it's safe that the trend is staying the way it is until you get up here. You see some commotion, right? They almost all converged to go to the red line, but they didn't. Then it goes back up, but wasn't for long, came back down, and then it converges. The red line, which is the bear, goes over the green line, which is the bull, and the bear takes back control of the market. Okay? And you can see it throughout this chart, where the red is above the green, and the farther it is apart, the longer that trend will stay that way. And then it starts to converge again, right? And then the bear took back over right here, right? And the bull lost again, and then the trend got farther apart. The red is farther away from the green, which means the trend will stay that way for a little while until the bands contract again. Now, what is happening right here? Let's look at right here. There's a lot of news going on. There's a lot of big things happening. You can see that the green is starting to get closer to the red line, and it might converge, and we might be in the beginning of a new bull run. That is yet to be seen. I will be giving you another daily analysis later on. I gave one this morning, but that's it for this video. We covered the ultimate indicators. This is CryptoCIDEZ. If you want to learn how to trade like a boss, join me, join us. I am new to starting my own channel and classes, but don't believe me, you won't regret learning from me. Okay? I also am going to be doing kind of like a pilot test, right? I'm going to just put $750 on one coin. It's going to be a freebie, and you're going to be able to watch all the trades I make. And if you want to copy me, feel free to. But again, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not licensed to, and I cannot give financial advice. With that being said, you could do what you want, but I will be doing every day. I'm going to pick a coin and with a small set amount, and I'm going to show you the trades I make, my exits, my entries, kind of like a test, so you could see where my skill set is at, and then you could decide if you want to learn from me and join my trade calls and things like that in the future. Now again, you could also join our Telegram. I have a Telegram at CryptoCIDEZ TA for the public, which I'll throw out some freebies, and I give daily market analysis on Bitcoin. and news and other things like that. And then also have a VIP that you have to request, and then you will have my exits, my entries, you know, all the good stuff. So that's it for today, guys. This is CryptoCIDEZ signing out. Don't forget to press like and hit subscribe, and tune in for more.